Legendary gang. So Tom is but it's not no back another reaction. What your Embiid get caught cheating on his wife? Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jimmy be making some crazy videos. I'm actually excited to see. Nice about roll 10K. I'm not gonna hold you. That 70-point performance, it's crazy that we got multiple people dropping 70. And I really called it, bro. I was like, somebody else gonna drop 70, and Luka did it. I feel like one more. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I feel like one more person. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is what it is, though. Let's come, man. Let's get into it.
I got a quiz for y'all. Won't take long, just 3 questions. Okay, first question. Is this a foul?
Oh, now it's Zach Collins.
Bro, the defense in this area is so trash. Oh, my Lord Jesus. I be hating looking at it, dog.
A foul?
Oh, now it's
Let me see it again. It's a very soft foul. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a soft foul.
If you answered no, you would be correct. Good job.
Yeah, I don't really think that's a foul. See, like, you gotta understand this is a very soft defensive error, so I mean, bro, they gonna down there call anything.
It's gonna get a bit harder now. Is this a foul?
The corner, the ball fake that he's so good at. No, another offensive rebound from him.
Whoa! Is he exposed? I ain't gonna lie, people been calling this man EMDUCK. Fam, you gotta play Jokic back to back, and I understand that you cooked him the first time, bro, but you gotta let him get his lit back. That wasn't a foul. I'm not even gonna hold you.
And Osman blocked him.
I lied.
But it could be a scripted 70-point game now. Not gonna say too much, still gonna give credit to the 70-point game. No,
it didn't get any harder, because if you said no, you again are correct. Now, last question.
Bro, you gotta have a different type of hate for Embiid to cook up a 13-minute video talking about Ronald got caught cheating.
Stump even the biggest hoops fans. Is this a foul?
Simon.
Smashing over to Joel Embiid.
And you got it right. Because of course you did. Because this is obviously
not
a foul. At least not to anyone who's played or watched or even been around basketball.
Bro, even in street ball, they don't even call some of these damn calls, bro. Ain't they go you. But in the moment, it was like, bro, how many points you guys? Like 40 points at halftime? They need to drop 70? So like nobody was really on the whole context of, was this a foul or not?
Any capacity in their life. And yet Joel Embiid continues to feast off of these phantom calls night after night. How is he doing this? Has he performed witchcraft on these refs? Does Embiid have dirt on Adam Silver? How is this a foul? Is Joel Embiid cheating the game? Or is he just using the rules to his advantage like countless other players before him? Using the rules to his advantage. Is Joel Embiid cheating the game? Or is he just using the rules to his advantage?
They call him Joel and flop for a reason. Embiid do be flopping out there. Not crazy. I ain't gonna hurt you. Man, gonna hold you. All right with you, bro. I'm not watching the sponsor. I ain't gonna hold you. The food look good. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Let's get to it.
When Shaquille O'Neal was so dominant that teams would just hack him on purpose to try to stop him. I mean, the strategy was genius. Throughout his prime, Shaq shot 76% from the field within 3 feet of the hoop. Send him to the line where he shot an abysmal 52%, and you've essentially found yourself an in-game cheat code.
That's a whole
Every time a team fouled Shaq while he was deep in the paint, they saved themselves about
I'm kind of glad they got rid of this hacker stuff, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Because like people would just use it as a whole game plan, bro.
Starts to add up very quickly.
Oh, bro,
so
can't shoot. Yeah, we
what teams did. From 2000 through 2002, the 3-year peak of Shaq's NBA career, he attempted 11.4 free throws a game, leading the league in free throw attempts every season by a wide margin. Over the past 3 seasons, Joel Embiid has averaged 11.8 free throw attempts per game. Let me say that again.
B, what you got on that whistle, man?
Lived in the paint and was getting sent to the line on purpose so much that the act of fouling him literally has its own name. And Joel Embiid somehow shoots more free throws than he did. Ladies and gentlemen, this shouldn't be possible. And yet it is. Throughout the last 45 years of modern NBA history, Embiid has more career free throw attempts per game than any other player, with now over 10 free throw attempts per game. The first player to climb over double digits since Wilt Chamberlain did it in the 60s. James Harden spent half a decade as the best scorer in the league and was almost disregarded throughout those 4 years because of his foul baiting and rule bending. And even he is all the way down here. But Embiid's knack for drawing fouls goes even further, because here are the most frequent free throw shooters in NBA history based on free throw attempts per 36 minutes. Here's LeBron, here's Jordan, here's James Harden, and way up here is Shaquille O'Neal.
Bro, nah, this is a different type of research and hate.
This is outrageous. The foul merchant label Embiid has earned himself over the last few years, as harsh as it is, may just be the reality of his game. This season, Embiid has been on a tear, averaging the second most points per game in modern NBA history, and being well on his way to winning back-to-back MVPs. It's been a historic season for the big man.
Because I can't just, after this one video, I can't just backtrack my MVP consideration on Embiid, bro. Like, but the amount of free throws Bro is taking from the research's video is kind of crazy.
He's winning, he's putting up big numbers and historic performances. We should be celebrating Embiid right now, but we're not. The NBA community has collectively turned its back on Joel and rebuked his achievements.
Nah, Embiid, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You gotta strap your shoes on the play, bro. Against Jokic. Nah, you ducking. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's been like 5 years since bro played in Denver. Now you ducking. That's why people calling you EMDUCK, man. Like you gotta play, bro. Like you gotta at least, you can't just cook Jokic one game and then just not play the next. Some call it a lick back. I'm gonna be real. Embiid is wrong in that, bro. You're not hurt. Get your ass on the floor, bro.
Because the
man ducking, bro.
You're cheating. Well, not really, but kind of. He isn't breaking any rules or anything. He's just breaking the sort of unwritten code laid in place for NBA players around the league. The antics, the gimmicks, the way he's drawing fouls and flopping all over the court has become so egregious.
Don't they have a rule where you get fined for flopping? Not flying, like you get like a tech or something, bro? I haven't really seen that been used in place this year. I'm just be real.
Even 36 points a night has not spared him from criticism. Last week, Embiid had a monster performance,
kind of like a little Harden type,
where he dropped 70 points and 18 rebounds.
But you minus these free throws, bro. Embiid probably had like 40 or 50 because Spurs wasn't really messing with bro at all. It was just like watching JV versus varsity.
68% true shooting. According to the NBA's game score metric, Embiid's game ranks as the 4th best single game performance in modern NBA history. But instead,
so Luka just had that. Luka just, damn. Nah, because Lucas was almost, where is Harden? Yeah, I knew Harden had to be up there because I remember that.
Instead of cheers and amazement, fans were left unimpressed, even repulsed by the clinic Embiid put on.
Taking all of this 41 shot to the game, I respect more. Okay, not trying to discredit someone. 23 free throw attempts in the game. See, I don't remember what I said at the end of Embiid's 70-point game, bro. I don't think it wasn't like Luka. I'm not gonna lie. Luka's 70-point game was on a whole nother galaxy, and I know I just glazed a little bit, but 23 free throw attempts is kind of crazy, bro, and that's kind of part of Bronem's game.
Criticism stemming,
like I said, it would have been like 40 or 50 regardless,
from
bro.
One major issue people have with Embiid's game right now: free throws. From one
what
major
that comment
issue,
just say great game. Obviously, 70 points enough to eat, even about 40 or 50. He's getting fouled. It's so obvious that they're not fouls. See, like I said before, bro, it was in a point of like, bro, it was really about to drop 70, so I really wasn't looking at the fouls and all that, bro. You can't really discredit it, you know what I'm saying? But bro, some of the fouls I saw was kind of soft, bro.
With Embiid's game,
I'm still having him as my MVP vote. Not gonna hold
now. Free throws, and more free throws. 70 points is mind-boggling. But if 30% of those points come from the line, and how you got to the line was suspect in the first place, does this performance still have any merit? Or is it just big display?
Yo, I feel like I'm damaging of words and I'm saying in this video on Embiid, so I don't even really know what to say. I think Jimmy might be telling a little bit of truth though, bro, real shit. But free throws are part of the game, so it's like, I don't know.
Mastered the loopholes and gimmicks of the game we love. Well, it's kind of a little bit of both.
You can't really discredit it a little bit.
We know teams foul Giannis a lot to slow him down. We know Kobe Bryant was a master at baiting players into fouls. And we just discussed how Shaq got to the line so much because teams wanted him there. Embiid, on the other hand, is probably closer to a prime James Harden in this sense than he is to a traditional
that's really what it's reminding me of, Harden, how he used to get to the line and draw fouls and all that.
Big. For years, NBA fans couldn't stand the way James Harden played the game. His point totals were seen as just a symptom of the way he would bend the rules to his favor and manipulate the games to boost his numbers. And he might have actually been able to beat these allegations if his antics actually worked in the playoffs. But they never quite did. Embiid, at least at this moment, is cut from the same cloth. Crazy numbers, historic nights, while stacking up scoring titles off of seemingly pure tricks and schemes.
I mean, our did play on the Sixers, probably learned it from
right now. But is this the reality of Embiid's game, or are we just a bit too skeptical of his dominance? Here's a game where Shaquille O'Neal scored his career-high 61 points during the 1999-2000 NBA season.
But Shaq wasn't on free throws.
Shaq was in full effect. Teams were fouling the man just to stop him from scoring in the post. But look at some of these foul calls throughout this game. This doesn't appear to be a foul, and yet it was called as one. This was also called a foul, and so was this. Here's a shooting foul where the defense hardly even made contact, and here's another one that really didn't need to be called. Throughout this game, Shaq got to the line 12 times. These phantom calls made up 6 of those trips, and 8 extra points on the board for the big man. Here's a game from Michael Jordan's 1989-1990 season, the game where he scored a career-high 69 points, and by this point, he was the NBA's premier superstar. And so he got superstar calls, like this one, and this one.
Jordan gets Elo.
So if the calls are coming from both ways during these 70, 60-point games, then I mean, you really can't discredit when it be's getting called, bro. That's what I'm really insighting on, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, some of these aren't fouls, but like, bro, I don't think you can't really discredit Embiid dropping 70 then. Even though 23 is a lot of free throw attempts, bro. You gotta give him credit for the 70-point game, but it's not really like an impressive 70-point game.
This one,
but like I said, I still give her credit.
In fact, during this away game, Cavaliers fans were losing it over the disparity in calls and favoritism the refs were showing Michael.
Me to go, man. Shoot. Got to.
Cleveland wanted to get a foul against Jordan. It didn't come. Here with another rebound. Now watch Michael get to the line here. They're going to really get mad. He got into the paint.
Nah, bro. They knew they couldn't call that.
Here's another one. The existence of superstars getting treated different than other players is not new to the NBA. And I show you all of this to say that not only is Joel Embiid not the first player to use the rules to his advantage, but he's also not the first player to receive favorable superstar treatment. A few years ago, Peter Lee, a data analyst and NBA fan, wrote a great piece about the idea of superstar calls and the validity of their existence. Within his research, Peter collected all of the last 2-minute data from the NBA dating from 2015 to 2019 and put each type of foul within these reports into different categories. Incorrect calls, or calls made when there wasn't actually a foul, and incorrect no calls, which is when a player got fouled but no call was made. He then gave an advantage rate and a disadvantage rate by comparing the rates at which players received correct calls or incorrect
superstars don't get more calls,
if the call was in their favor or not. He then categorized every player in the league based on merit into 3 tiers: superstars, stars, and non-stars.
3 groups: superstars, 6 or more all-stars. All-star, can't fucking talk right now, my fuck. 1 of 5 all-star selections is non-star. Alright, get on the video, bro.
Now, what makes this research next level is that last 2-minute data is the most objective method to review officiating in the NBA. Since its introduction in 2015, last 2-minute data documents every call made within the last 2 minutes of every game that is within 3 points. All of these calls are then reviewed and reported by a league operations team to determine the accuracy of each and every call. As Peter mentions in his article,
the refs have not been good this year. But I like how Embiid called out the refs, bro. The refs have been so bad. We low-key had to deal with the situation with the refs yesterday. I'm not gonna hold you, but yeah, the refs have been, I feel like, probably out of all the years, the worst, bro. This year, it's been bad. And it's obviously showing favoritism to teams like, I'm not even going to say the teams, but y'all should know. You know what I'm saying?
And the closest thing that we have to objective truth when it comes to the accuracy of a call or no call. And within his data, Peter tracked over 38,000 of these calls from nearly 2,000 games from 2015 to 2019. And after reviewing this data, he concluded that superstars are over 20% more likely to be advantaged on offensive calls compared to even stars of the league. In other words, superstars are more likely to get a foul call where there wasn't a foul 20% more often than anyone else. Overall, the referees tend to swap.
Online courses offered by Study Global helped me to grow in my career as well as it helped me to learn new management skills.
Swallow their whistle, make incorrect no calls at a relatively even rate across all player groups, but are more likely to give lenient foul calls to superstars on offense. Superstars receive preferential treatment on both offense and defense compared to stars and non-stars. They are most likely to receive incorrect foul calls on offense and commit incorrect no calls on defense, which proves the existence of superstar calls even in the last 2 minutes of close games. It's a fantastic article, and I've left a link in the description if anyone wants to check it out. And all of this data just confirms what we already knew.
Yo, superstars get calls. Embiid do that,
so then why is Joel Embiid getting criticized for being on the receiving end of this star treatment when countless players before him did the same thing? Joel Embiid is the reigning MVP and scoring champion. Of course he's going to get some favorable calls going his way. But just like referees give preferential treatment to superstars, fans give preferential treatment to certain players as well. Specifically, players who have proven that their tactics and antics actually work when it matters.
Yeah, you gotta do it in the playoffs, bro.
It's no fluke. But when
see, the thing is, I guarantee you, regular season they'll let it fly. Oh, we'll call the fouls, but in the playoffs they don't do it. And actually, that's what I feel like what's going on right now, bro. Regular season they gonna let that fly. Playoffs they gonna stop calling all that, bro, for real. So your actual game is going to be on display, and this is kind of what's happening with Embiid right here.
You can see plummet by nearly 25% in the postseason, and your superpowers wear off when your team needs you most. All of a sudden, that 36 a night feels a bit fraudulent. I feel like at this point in his career, Embiid's reputation precedes him. And right now, even above his incredible scoring abilities, his reputation is a choke artist. The man is a legit megastar, but it is still difficult to just look past
Jimmy
his
might be an Embiid hater. I ain't
even
gonna
know if
cap,
a player's playstyle is actually effective, if it's more than just a quick gimmick, if it works in the playoffs. And as great as he's been in the regular season, it's hard to look at Embiid's performances this year without the lens of skepticism because of his playoff lows. Right now, he exists within the same vein as players like.
See, this is a huge thing. What I just said, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. They did not call. They ain't calling all that in the playoffs. You can get away with that in the regular season. They're not calling all that in the playoffs. You gonna have to 7 for 24 is crazy. Damn, that's a 2-day.
Like Allen Iverson and James Harden, MVP caliber players.
And then it's crazy because Harden and Embiid was on the same team, but they had the same problem, bro. They're not gonna get to the line like they was in the regular season.
Fiends and offensive juggernauts who continue to fall flat when it mattered most. Is Joel Embiid cheating the game
still
of basketball?
Great players. Like
no. Embiid is far from the first player to boost his game with brazen schemes and rule-bending methods. He's not the first player to benefit from superstar treatment. And he's also not the first player to receive criticism.
Okay, I learned something now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Until next
time. But it's been like that, you know what I'm saying? It's been like that for a minute. Where like other players and superstars that get more beneficial calls, bro. And I feel like it's gonna be like that like every single time, you know what I'm saying? But when the playoffs come, I feel like the whistle kind of could be the same, but for teams, it's not gonna be the same for a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna do it for that, man. Y'all let me know. Y'all think Embiid cheating? You can't discredit the 70-point game. That's what I feel like. Like, comment, rotate, man. I'm out, man.